Welcome to Cloudcast, where you get an inside look at St. Cloud, Florida's local government. Whether you live, work, or play here, we're bringing you the information you need to better understand your city. Cloudcast is hosted by our communications team, including Miriam Batchelder, Andrew Sullivan, Deborah Carson, and Jay B. Miller. Thanks for listening in to Cloudcast.
Well, welcome back, St. Cloud, to this edition of Cloudcast. I'm Mariama, and I have two special guests with us in studio today. We have Tisha and Stephanie, who both work in our Community Development Office. And ladies, you're here to talk about a program that's near and dear to the hearts of many of us here in St. Cloud, our Historic Preservation Awards program. History is a big deal in St. Cloud, and I'm just going to kind of let you guys talk about that program. And nominations, I know, are being accepted. So tell us a little bit about that program, how it works, and how they can nominate.
The Historic Preservation Plaques and Awards program is very special to us because it gives us the opportunity to highlight the historic homes and businesses that are within St. Cloud and just kind of shine a light on them so they're able to receive a plaque just for the actual circa when their home was built or the business was established, or they can also do an awards for any type of renovations to restore the property back to its historical standing or something that may be historical in character. So it's very exciting. This year is going to be a little bit different because we're not just going to have the one-day award celebration. We're actually going to make it into an event where people can come out and they're going to have different speakers. This is in partnership with Main Street. We're going to have multiple speakers at different locations, so we're still working on those type of arrangements and what the topics are going to be, but those details are to come.
Wonderful. And when's that going to be?
Our Historic Preservation Plaques and Awards celebration is going to be May 17th. We are making it an event that is going to be throughout the day. It's going to start at probably about 2 p.m., and it's going to have various speakers at different locations within the city of St. Cloud. We're still working on those actual locations, so those details are to come. But the Historic Preservation Plaques and Awards celebration starts at 5:30. It is open to the public, so we encourage the public to come out, celebrate with us, and to see the people that may receive a plaque or an award at that celebration event.
Great. And as far as nominations for this, how do they do that? And do you nominate your own property? Can someone else nominate a property that they don't own? They just like it because it's historic. How does that process work?
So you can nominate your own home or business for the plaques. If there is a gift, I would highly recommend them talking with the property owner, of course. They can nominate any property for an award. We evaluate that property. Of course, we'll double check if it is a nomination. Perhaps the property owner may not know. We would want to make contact with the property owner to make sure that they know that they've been given a heads up, because you just don't want to show up and say, you've received an award, congratulations.
Surprise.
Yes. But we are receiving nominations both for plaques and for those awards until February 14th. So great Valentine's Day gift for all those historian buffs. We love them.
Show your love for some historic properties.
Yes, we love St. Cloud. That's the best way to do it.
Absolutely. And how do they apply? Where are the applications and information on the program?
So we have our applications available on the City of St. Cloud website under Community Development. We also have paper copies available in our office if anyone wants to stop in and say hello and see us, and we can talk about the program, the criteria. Buildings, if they are being nominated for plaques or awards, do have standards that we have to follow. They have to be in compliance with our historic preservation ordinance, and there can't be any code violations against them as well.
Okay, great. That makes sense. Talk to me about some of the properties that have won these awards in the past. I know this program is fairly new here in the city. Talk to me a little bit maybe about some of your favorites that have perhaps won in the past.
So last year's celebration, we did have some participants. So the Odd Fellows received an award last year for their building and their structure. We also had...
Well, I got to ask, where's this Odd Fellows structure?
So Odd Fellows is on...
New York Avenue.
It's near the Black Squirrel bookstore.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right? Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep. Okay.
right next to Snowball. So you
Right.
can go see the Oddfellow door, because I think it's a society you can't always get into, but then go get some snowballs.
So was last year the first year of this program?
Last year was actually the second
year. Okay,
Yes.
so this will be our third year. So we're seeking nominations from now through Valentine's Day. That makes the deadline pretty easy to remember. Do you need to submit photographs with the applications?
Yes, so you do need to submit at least one photo of your home, either for the plaque or the award. Of course, we always encourage, if you're especially doing an award showcasing any rehabilitation that you've done or just good general repairs to it, several photos showing progress if you happen to take any. I know
Maybe
not
some good before and afters.
Yes, definitely those. But yes, we do require one photo and then just a complete application.
Okay, great.
I have a question. I come to you guys' meeting every month or whenever you have it. Have not missed a meeting, but something comes up all the time that I'm never sure about, and I'm sure there's other people out there. But a lot of times the case is about getting a certificate of appropriateness. And what I've seen is that if people are wanting to renovate their house in the historic preservation area, they need a certificate of appropriateness before they can start doing the work. Is that right?
That's correct.
And how, can you just give me a little bit of info about that? Because I'm just totally in the dark about. I've been going to every one of your meetings, but I have no idea.
Yes, so we have two different kinds of certificates of appropriateness. We have major and minor. Major are the reviews that you see go to the Historic Preservation Board. So all of these reviews are exterior modifications. We do not look what's inside your home. We do not dictate any of that. It's all exterior because our goal is to keep the character of these historic buildings, the character of the downtown district for St. Cloud, because we have so much history, so many different architectural styles. So we review them against the state standards at this time. So, of course, we are eventually going to be developing historic guidelines. That is something that Tisha and I are working on starting this year, which we're super excited for. But for now, we are reviewing them against the state standards.
So, to be clear, if you want to do outside renovation in the historic preservation district, you must get a certificate of appropriateness.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
And that's regardless, like the property doesn't have to be on the National Register or anything like that, just in the historic district.
Correct.
Okay.
Anything in the historic district gets it, even for something as small as a fence or a sign, it has to be.
Okay. Well, as we know, St. Cloud takes history very seriously here. Talk to me a little bit about the significance of some of the historical properties in the city.
Within any city, we definitely want to make sure that we maintain the history and the culture that's within that location. So right now, St. Cloud's historic preservation is from east to west. It's from Ohio to Wisconsin, and north to south, it's from 9th Street to 13th Street. So anything within that historic boundaries, we definitely want to take a great look at it to make sure that, we maintain the character of the building. So especially when you look down New York Avenue, you look at some of the buildings that may have the 2 stories with the cornices, or they have the retail downstairs and then they have the residential upstairs. So we want to make sure we maintain that vibe. As we're always stating, we want to continue with our small town feel. With the character of any new development that comes in that area, is still maintaining that same feel.
Great, Tisha, thank you. One question just to clarify, for these awards that we're talking about, that the deadline for application is February 14th, does the structure have to be in that historic district that you just outlined?
No, it does not.
Okay, so it can be any structure in the city of St. Cloud.
Correct.
All right, so one more question I have. Is there a cost for these applications?
Yes, so actually we decided, originally last year it was about $300 for a plaque and I believe $50 for an award. We decided we're not going to charge people for awards anymore because this is something that we're meant to celebrate for them.
Yeah.
So it's completely free. The plaques are now only $100, and that's just because of the processing fee. We have to review your application and then also get that beautiful bronze plaque.
Beautiful bronze plaque.
Yes,
that they'll end up with.
casted.
Great. Okay.
So we've lowered those prices to hopefully get more applications in because we didn't get too many last year, which was a little, it was great to have those, but we definitely want more. We want the city to recognize these buildings.
Absolutely, because they're very historically significant in many cases. So
Yes.
Is there a limit to how many of these that we do per year, or do we just kind of wait and see what we get?
So we don't have a limit now. Of course, we didn't really receive much, so anyone who applied ended up getting awarding a plaque. And we didn't have any award nominations last year. We just had those plaques. But this year, we're going to see how many we can intake. If there's not too many, everyone will get their plaque or award as long as they're all meeting the criteria.
Okay. I have one more question. I don't know. What's the difference between an award and the plaque?
So the award is specifically if they've done any great work on the building, if they've rehabilitated it, if they've restored it back to its original character of whatever era it was built in, if perhaps they salvaged something or of historical significance. And the plaque is simply just to say this is when the building was built. It recognizes the year that it was established.
Okay. And is there a certain age limit that these buildings have to be to get?
Yes, so they have to be at least 50 years old. That is the historic standard.
All right. Well, I think that we have learned a lot today about this program. Hopefully, we will get lots of applications coming in this year from some of these amazing, beautiful historic businesses and homes that we have here in our historic district as well as throughout the city. So thanks so much for coming by today to chat with us about this.
Thank
you.
We
look forward to seeing what kind of applications we get.
Thank you.
That's it for this edition of Cloudcast. Don't forget to like, follow, rate, and review, and we'll see you next time on Cloudcast.